Hello Sagittarius, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. How are you guys? This is a reading focusing on the time frame of August 16th through the 31st, so the second half of August. And it's a general reading as always, guys. It's not going to resonate with every single Sagittarius out there, so please do take from this whatever makes sense for you and let the rest go. If you are interested in a private reading from me, all of that information is down below in the description box, and I will also have a list of all of the card decks that I typically use for my readings. All right, guys, so let's get this started. We are going to be starting with some focus messages from the Barbieri Zodiac Oracle deck, and this is going to bring forth potential signs that you might be interacting with the second half of the month, as well as those signs that you might be thinking about for this reading. So let's take a look at that. And it also brings forward planetary influences and what those influences represent. So let's take a look and see. So angels and spirit guides for Sagittarius, please, for the second half of August. Please bring forward some focus messages for us at this time. Okay, well, we're starting off with Pluto. Pluto is a Roman god, ruler of the underworld, tapping into the energies of life, death, rebirth, and sex. And it's also delving into one's power, control, finding personal freedom from things that are confining you. That could actually be in the 3D, or it could be in the 5D, you know, where you're feeling confined in regard to a situation or a person that you might be dealing with. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind for this reading for Sagittarius. It's also got the number 22 there, so that number might be significant for some of you, especially those who perhaps might be born on November 22nd, first day of Sagittarius energy. So let's take a look. Let's grab one more focus message for Sagittarius. Okay, we've now got Saturn coming through. So with Saturn energy, another Roman god, this is indicative of Father Time, considered to be the hard taskmaster. He pushes us to feel ambition, set and achieve goals for ourselves, to create secure lives for ourselves, and to learn important lessons through whatever is challenging us at this time. Okay, so let's see how that plays itself out for the second half of August. All right, guys. So starting off, I wanted to first start with Signs from Spirit Love Oracle. I typically save this deck for towards the end of a reading, but I'm being guided to pull from it at the start of this reading for the second half of August. So I'm going to follow the angel's lead and see where this takes us for you, Sag, okay? So angels and spirit guides for Sagittarius. We have Hammer and Force. So to me, this is tapping into the energies of those of you who might be in a situation where you're not allowing things to flow or go with the flow, and perhaps you might be forcing an issue with somebody or trying to force something into happening and it's just not going the way you're wanting. Okay, so let's see how that plays itself out here, because something is coming through as feeling forced, and perhaps with that hammer being indicated there, it's time for you to hammer out what needs to actually be addressed in your life, in a situation, whether that is in regard to a relationship or not. You can't force somebody to do something that they don't want to do, and you shouldn't have to force yourself to take action in a particular direction if you're just not feeling it, you know? Umbrella, shelter. For those of you who are either looking for a new place to live, or if there is some sort of upheaval going on in your home life to where you feel you need to move out, or somebody needs to move out and find someplace else to live, there is what's coming through here for me, a little bit of chaotic energy in the home life, and perhaps the place where you live, your home, is going through some issues at the moment, to where your livelihood or your place where you live, I'm feeling, is being compromised, or there's an issue there. This could also be delving into those of you who are not seeing eye to eye with a partner. Perhaps somebody wants to leave, you know, and you can't force somebody to stay. At the end of the day, you cannot force somebody to do something that they don't want to do. If they want to go, let them go. As hard as that may be. If they want to go, you need to let them go. And if they're meant to come back to you guys, they will. What else, please, for Sagittarius, angels, and spirit guides? What else here? Tidal wave, disturbance. To me, that taps into the Tower card in traditional tarot. So there's some difficult energies that are coming through here, guys. For some of you, it's tapping into your own energies, because the Tower for me is resonating with fire signs. So Leo, Aries, and of course your very own energy, Sagittarius. Something unexpected either has already happened or it's about to. It's indicating some major changes in a situation, in a relationship, some sort of upheaval, something traumatic, something like I had picked up off of this shelter card, where either someone got kicked out of their home, or you guys had an argument and somebody left. And somebody coming forward here that they're trying to stop the person from leaving, or trying to stop a situation from going in a particular direction, but you can't stop it. You know, you can't force somebody to stay, truly. If they want to go, if they want to end the relationship, whether this is you, Sag, or the person you're thinking about, whoever it is that is choosing to walk away from a connection, the other person cannot force you to stay. That's part of that Tower energy. It's tearing down parts of a situation, a relationship that isn't working. It's hard, you know, it's a hard energy to deal with. And it's interesting with that Pluto focus card, with that energy of that underworld, some dark energies tapping into life, death, rebirth. You know, when in the death card in traditional tarot, there are endings and new beginnings that are indicated there. So perhaps with this Tower card being represented here, a disturbance in a situation, it is creating an ending in a part of your life that needs to go because it's no longer serving a purpose for you. And by doing so, by leveling out what no longer is meant to be in your life, then that will create a new beginning and a fresh start for you somewhere towards the future, either towards something or someone. Could very well be a blessing, but if it doesn't seem like that now, of course, time is involved here, especially for those of you who are in separation from someone that you're thinking about for this reading. Some of you might be in the process of getting a divorce or a legal separation, somebody having to be forced out of their home or forced to stay, or whatever the case may be. This is a reminder for you to listen to your gut, your inner voice, and what it's telling you. At the end of the day, no matter what happens, Sag, you're going to be okay. You're going to be able to stand on your own, however difficult that may be presenting itself at the moment. It is interesting, though, that for the Tower card, the ruling planet of the Tower card is Mars, the god of war. Powerful drives like competitiveness, assertiveness, and aggression. Issues regarding one's courage and confidence, one's strength and passionate, what it is that you are passionate about. And for those of you who are arguing with a particular person, or again, those of you who are in a separation and going through the process of a divorce, if you're not divorced already, I'm feeling that there are angry words that have been spoken here, and it's a very painful time. It's difficult. What else, please, for Sagittarius? We have the color black. Lack, rebellion, pessimism. That feeling of lack, like you're losing something. Feeling very rebellious, you know, going against the grain. However way this is resonating. But this is so interesting, guys, how this is the bottom card. We do have a bridge and we have a reconciliation here. Look at the card after that. We have white. So we have a journey that is incomplete here. It is a journey that is continuing. It has to get past the challenging phase that this is going through in order for some of you to be able to cross this bridge to get to the other side if you are wanting a reconciliation with a particular person. It's certainly here for some of you to be able to reconnect with somebody. But this tower, this disturbance, it's here for a reason, to level things out that just weren't going right in that connection. Some of you guys may have been dealing with a third party. Some pretty challenging energies in a relationship I'm feeling. And what may be currently in this black energy will eventually merge towards that white energy, tapping into purity and innocence, safety and light. It's seeing the situation for what it is, black and white. Very interesting. All right, so let's add to this, guys, with some psychic tarot. Let's see what else I can delve into for this reading. So angels and spirit guides. What else do we need to know for the second half of August for Sagittarius, please? So with Saturn represented, as I had mentioned, guys, tapping into father time, this is going to evolve eventually towards a better way, but it is going to take time. So if things are quite challenging at the moment, perhaps that's why we need this disturbance, this tidal wave, tapping into the same energies as the tower. Perhaps that is what's needed in order to move things forward, to bring in this reconnection with this person that you love, this person that you want to be with, whoever it is that you're wanting to be with. But you got to go with the flow of things, okay? You can't force it into happening. So have some patience, guys, and it may very well turn out the way you're hoping it to. So some messages from the Psychic Tarot. Angels, please, for Sagittarius. What else can you tell me, please? We do have the Nine of Pentacles in the upright, that is tapping into material harvest, but it is coming up reversed here. Okay, so Nine of Pentacles typically taps into earth energy, so some of you may be connecting with a Virgo, a Capricorn, or a Taurus. The Nine of Pentacles in the reverse is somebody who is living beyond their means, somebody who possibly may be obsessed with work. There's an imbalance there, throwing all of their energies towards work and not enough energies towards the relationship. It's also somebody who might be presenting themselves to be more successful than they are, because with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, it is tapping into false success. So if you're thinking about someone for this reading, Sagittarius, and they might be portraying themselves to be all put together, especially financially, that they're good to go, it's actually the opposite of that. They're not as financially stable as they may perceive themselves to be. And it doesn't just have to be in regard to their finances. It's whatever it is they are portraying to you to make them seem as though they're okay. Because nothing could actually be further from the truth. They're not okay. And if this is tapping into your own energies, if you're resonating with this, perhaps you want this person to think that you're fine, but you actually are not. And for those of you with this shelter card coming through, it could be as well, you know, if money has been tight, perhaps it's been very difficult for you to come up with the rent, the mortgage money, you know, whatever, to be able to pay your bills. What else, please, for Sagittarius? What else, please, for Sagittarius, angels and spirit guides? Okay, we've got the Eight of Cups. In the upright, it is emotional withdrawal, but it is coming up reversed here with that Eight of Cups energy in reverse. That is avoidance. That is fear of change, fear of loss. Especially those of you who are going through some pretty difficult times in your relationship by way of a divorce, a legal separation, somebody who's moving out, arguments, challenges, just obstacles in standing in the way of you guys being happy. Somebody who is avoiding the changes that need to happen here. And perhaps that's why this tower needs to come down. Because when we don't make the changes for ourselves, life will step in and make those changes for us. Let's see what else. Whoops. Okay, we've got this one flying out. Beautiful. We have the Four of Wands. We've got one flying out here. We've got the Eight of Wands coming through. So that Four of Wands is a beautiful card that is tapping into harmony in a situation. A happy home life. A happy marriage. So for those of you who are contemplating a separation, contemplating divorce, perhaps there is a saving grace here in the situation, because there is a reconciliation here, you know, and now we've got the Four of Wands coming through, indicating harmony that will be restored in a situation and restoring a happy home life and a happy marriage, happy connection with the person that you ultimately want to be with, building a future, building a family with this person. If that's something that you guys already have, if you already have a family with this person, or if that's something that you have always wanted to build for yourself, you will have that. And with the Eight of Wands right next to that, that is definitely indicative of change. So here we are with the reversed Eight of Cups, fear of change. Whoever is in this headspace will get past that, because now here are the changes that are going to be implemented by this Eight of Wands. It's also travel. So for those of you thinking about traveling, it's certainly tapping into that. Let's grab one more from the Psychic Tarot. Let's grab another message, please, angels, for Sagittarius. What else can you tell me, please, for the second half of August? For Sagittarius, please. Okay, we have two. We've got the Nine of Wands now, as well as the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. I'm not going to pull this, but look at the bottom card. We do have that Tower card being represented there again. So there's definitely going to be a Tower moment that is represented in this reading. So again, guys, if it hasn't happened already, you'll know when it does. So if you're not sure whether it's happened or if it hasn't, you know, you'll know when it comes in to a situation or a relationship. There's no doubt that there was a Tower moment there. So with that Nine of Wands coming through, that's bringing forward resilience and persistence, dealing with challenges and holding on to your faith that everything's going to actually be okay. And it may not seem like that at times, but if you just hold on to your hope and just believe that ultimately things are going to work itself out, for some of you, there is certainly a potential for that to happen with the reconciliation and Four of Wands coming through with promise of a better day, promise of a better future, a more harmonious future with the person that you're thinking about for this reading. You know, that's a very happy image that is on that card. There's a rainbow, there's a home, there's a family standing in front of that home. And if those are things that are lacking in your life at the moment, Sag, there's a potential that that can either come back into your life or that's something that's coming in for you moving forward. So this is definitely a time for you to hold firm to your faith and just trust that the universe will step in the way it's meant to and take care of you and the situation. With the Seven of Pentacles, planning, patience and planning. So it's going to take time, especially those of you who are going through some financial struggles. It's going to take time, but things are ultimately going to improve. It's going to get better to where you're not living from paycheck to paycheck and struggling financially. That is going to get better given some time. Because that Seven of Pentacles, it's definitely tapping into your faith, what it is that you visualize for yourself. And again, it's tapping into Earth energy. So some of you might be dealing with a Virgo, a Capricorn, or a Taurus. All right, so let's set these guys aside. And then let's grab some romance angels to add to this. So angels and spirit guides, what else can you tell me, please, for Sagittarius? So definitely go with the flow, guys. Don't be afraid of changes that want to come into your life, because part of those changes are going to bring you happiness, more than likely with the person that you're thinking about for this reading. Bridging the gap between the two of you with that reconciliation card coming through here. What can you tell me? What else do you need to tell me for Sagittarius? Please, angels and spirit guides, for the second half of August. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Married couple in that photo. So for those of you, I'm feeling, who will be reconnecting with this person that you are in separation from, this is a time for you to really address everything that has come down on your relationship, all of the difficult energies that you guys have had to deal with, the fighting, the arguments, the disagreements, whatever the case may be. And I'm feeling for some of you, it was some pretty heavy stuff, you know. Some of you guys had to deal with infidelity and cheating, third-party situations, I'm feeling. And part of the destruction from that tidal wave energy from the Tower is going to level things out in your relationship, in your life, that is no longer serving a purpose. So for some of you, if that was the case, perhaps those third-party situations or situations of infidelity, however way it presented itself in your relationship, is going to be leveled out so that you guys can spend some time together and address the issues and heal from it. And that's indicated by this bottom card as well. You know, there is a separation here. But the card after that, you know, there's still a lot of love here between you and this person. We have true love after that. So you guys still care for each other. There is a very strong bond between the two of you. Yes, you guys have had your challenges, but I mean, look at this, you know, romantic feelings and true love. This is still, I believe, Sagittarius, how you're possibly feeling about this person. And you still see a future with this individual. You know, this is the person that you ultimately want to build a future with. And you still have a lot of love for them. That's coming through here. So regardless of the separation, guys, I do feel given some time, it's going to get better. It's going to improve. All right, so let's grab some messages from the Twin Flame Messages Volume 2. You don't have to identify with a twin flame connection, guys. That's just the name of the card deck. Let's delve into some words and feelings, thoughts and emotions that need to be communicated here, either from you, Sagittarius, or the person that you're thinking about for this reading. It may also bring up some painful feelings about what happened here, perhaps why a tower moment is indicated here. So let's take a look and see why that is, because it hasn't been an easy journey here. There's definitely been some difficult times here. You guys are in separation. Look at that. You are never far from my mind. And look at this bottom card. Unbelievable. Even though I don't show it, I am sorry for how things went between us. The card after that. I know it might be too late by the time I figure things out. Hopefully not, you know, because we do have a reconciliation card here. But time is indicated here. Time is involved. But they're always thinking about you. They're still thinking about you, Sagittarius. They regret how things ended. They regret the direction that this relationship went. And yes, they're trying to figure things out, but they're coming through as fearful that they might not figure things out, you know, fast enough. Only time will tell how that is going to unfold here. All right, so let's add to this with some Lover's Oracle. What else can you tell me, please, for Sagittarius? Angels and spirit guides, please. Whoops, there we are. Let me grab this bottom card. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do. For it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Absolutely. You know, I'm feeling that some of you guys really needed to hear that. And look at this bottom of the deck card. We do have forgiveness here. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. So in order to bring about this reconciliation from this person, Sagittarius, there has to be forgiveness. There has to be on both sides to be able to heal what is broken, to heal what went down here, whatever caused this tower moment. If it hasn't happened already, I do feel that it is inevitable, but it's really not a negative here because it's going to level things out from the situation that needs to go. And perhaps you might be struggling to let certain aspects of that relationship go. Or it might be the other person who's struggling. But whatever the case may be, that tower is going to come down if it hasn't already, so that it can make room for you to receive what is meant to be yours. And what's meant to be yours for some of you is a reconciliation, a happy future, a happy home life, a happy marriage with your true love. That is what's coming through here. So ultimately, a really, really nice message coming through for Sagittarius. All right, guys, so let's add to this with some healing messages. So angels and spirit guides for Sagittarius. What else can you tell me, please? Some healing messages for you guys. Let's take a look. Okay. Self-acceptance. This goes back to loving yourself and accepting yourself for who you are. Everything that you bring to the table, and the other person that you're thinking about, they have to do the same. You know, everybody's got their triumphs and their faults. Nobody's perfect. So it makes no sense to be able to move forward in a relationship if you guys are still seeing each other from negative aspects of the connection, and especially individually, how you perceive yourself and your role in whatever may have caused the challenges that are going on in your relationship. So it's very important for you to love yourself first in order for you to give a healthy type of love towards a partner that you're wanting to build a future with. We also have signs indicated here. Signs all around you trying to direct you towards a particular path or trying to nudge you towards a particular direction, trying to catch your attention. So definitely pay attention to what's going on around you. Okay, let's add to this with some guardian angel messages. Let's grab this bottom card. A prayer for Sag. Dear guardian angel, help me dissolve past guilt or regret. Help me to see that all is always in perfect and divine order. Help me to let go of the fear that I project on my future. Help me to live fully within each precious moment and feel your eternal love within and around me. Help me to realize and fulfill my true potential. Thank you. Exactly. Some of you guys truly needed to hear this. And really, it's a second reference to feeling guilty about something, because that came through in this card as well from the Lover's Oracle. As you might recall, it does say, don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do. If you're feeling guilty about something, Sagittarius, it's time to let that go. That's a part of your healing process, and to love yourself first. We also have the Rainbow card coming through here. You are a jewel, even though you may not see it. Even in the darkest times, you shine eternally bright. You are surrounded by an aura of love, and a pot of gold waits beyond the horizon. All will clear soon. Trust and continue to follow your dreams. You are eternally blessed. So just reiterating, guys, that at the end of the day, you guys are going to be fine. It may not seem like it right now, especially those of you who might be in separation or something as heavy and difficult as going through a divorce. There's a potential to work all of that out. So hold on to your faith that this universe just might interject itself into the situation and help rectify whatever challenges are going on there. All right. So I wanted to end this reading with this new deck that I have. It's called Work Your Light Oracle. Okay. So I'm not quite fully familiar with all of the cards. If I have to refer to the book, I will. But let's take a look at some final messages here for you, Sagittarius, to close out your reading for the second half of August. So angels and spirit guides for Sagittarius, please. All right, guys, some final thoughts for you. These cards are still so new and so it's very difficult to shuffle. They're still sticking to each other. I might just have to pull one from the top, but let's see. A message for Sagittarius, please, angels. I'm going to pull this top one because they're really sticking. Wow. You are already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. So whatever it is that you're doing right now, Sagittarius, it's coming through from this deck that you need to continue. because you're actually on the right path towards fulfilling your dreams and your goals, not just in relation to a love connection, a relationship, but other areas of your life that may be challenging at the moment. So stay on course. That is what I feel is coming forward from this message. You're already doing it, so don't stop. Keep going. That is what's coming through from that. All right, guys. So that's where I'm going to leave this reading for the second half of August, Sagittarius. I hope if you were able to resonate with parts of this reading that it truly helped you somehow. Okay, if you're interested in a personal private reading from me, all of that info is down below in the description box. All right, guys. Thank you so very much for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.